Rogue tier, we still winning. Magic card, oh, we extending. Dark Law, he still contending. Sunrise, your lights in. Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. I got some more duels for y'all today from Master Duel using Isolde Hero deck. And this first game right here is against, it seemed like, what is it? DPE Turbo with Generaider? No, not, yeah, I think it was, that's just what I'm gonna call it. So as you can see, I opened up here with actually not, I opened up combo, but not a very good hand overall. Instead of making DPE, I decided to just go ahead and do Babushka. Since I didn't open up with any hand traps, I would rather just have him as a floodgate out on the board and set the mass change. And he's going to activate Prosperity. And you know, of course, go ahead and chain the mass change. Do the Shadow Mist. Go ahead and bring out Dark Law. Have that double floodgate out on the board. And actually, he adds Fusion Destiny here. And that's why I said this is DPE Generaider Turbo, but he already has the Generaider stuff. Try to activate Shadow Mist effect. He calls by the Grave Dead, which it doesn't really matter because I had already searched out the Liquid Soldier, so I have my follow-up for next turn. And then this is kind of where things kind of got crazy for me because I didn't know what the hell was going on. And you see right there, he's gonna activate the Fusion Destiny, bring out our boy DPE. He's for the streets right now in Master Duel, so. And then here comes the Generaider card. Now I know that this thing kind of like special summon stuff and like, but I have no idea what the monsters do. So he does that, and then I guess the Generaider field spell generates tokens on the board. Babushka's gonna switch them all into defense position. And I have to detach one during the standby phase, and as soon as I switch Babushka into attack position, he brings out this guy right here. Proceed to read his card because I do YouTube content and I like to do commentary over my duels to help my Yugi players get better. So I read the card and I realize that it has a negate on it by sacrificing the tokens on the board, and he also has DPE, and I don't know what his face down card is. And now my goal becomes to bait out the Generaider boss negate. I'm not worried about DPE because I'm sure as soon as he gets the opportunity, his thing is to get my Dark Law off the board so that his DPE does not get banished by Dark Law's effect. As I go to summon my Liquid Soldier, it reveals that his face down trap card is a negate, like some punk thing. So I guess maybe he has the punk engine off inside of here, but it's basically like imperm. He's going to go ahead and chain DPE. Like I said, he wants to get Dark Law off the board, and he can do it for free by sending the trap. So that's the end of my Dark Law. And then right here, I make a big play mistake. Even though I read the card, I got caught up in the heat of battle, and I activate Rhoda to add the Fire Flint Lady, and the Generaider boss sends it to my graveyard. So now the last thing I need to do is activate this mass change, and he's gonna have to negate it with the Generaider boss because the Mass Hero Acid has 2600 attack, so it has enough attack to get over the token to where he wouldn't be able to use the Generaider boss's effect because he has to attribute 2 tokens in order to do it. And those of you who are familiar with the deck know what's about to happen next. We're going to use Babushka, attack into the DPE, then we're going to bring out the biggest AA battery, Divine Arsenal Zeus. We're going to wipe the board, and you know that, no returning for that DPE right there. And pretty much now I have control of the game unless he luckily draws one of the field spells again. And you see I get Durandal for turn. I'm trying to go ahead and make Verte so I can get DPE just in case he does draw the field spell again. That way I can just go ahead and pop it and have no worries about that. But he has the Ash for it, but good thing it doesn't send for cost, so I can just use it again next turn. And like I said, at this point he's just kind of hoping to draw the field spell, or maybe hoping to draw one of the cards for his Punk Engine. We saw a Spore right there. Like, I have no idea what this deck is, but I just like the good thing about cards like Zeus is that, you know, they can stand up against any deck. So right there, you know, I'm gonna get a little bit of damage in, and then go ahead and make the Verte into DPE. I drew the Imperm for turn, and we now have, sorry about that, we now have DPE on the board with draw hand coming back, and that'll pretty much be it for this game right here. Even though we had no idea what in the world we were playing against, you know, just playing smart, trying to figure out your way around your opponent's board, it'll get you to where you need to be. So bring back draw hand, bring out DPE, and I said we got Imperm set, and he's gonna go ahead and scoop them up right there. Heading into the next game, I end up losing the coin flip, so I am going second, but I open up with 2 hand traps, so I feel fairly confident. I see I'm also playing against Attic Nisters. He draws the Rhoda for the deck. He's going to activate the fire effect. I'm going to go ahead and activate Max C right here because I know they have a Link 1, but of course he has the Call by the Grave. So, you know, hey, that's the thing. There are 2 of them in Master Duel, so it is what it is. So he's going to get his little Reds effect at the Pikachu, and then he's going to link off. And for those of you who don't know, the perfect place to hand trap them is on the Link 1 so that they cannot get the field spell. So he activates the effect. I'm going to Ash him, and that will effectively end his turn right there. So, yep, negate that. He sets a back row, passes turn, takes 2300 because he didn't summon that monster that he added. I draw a crossout designator, and I'm like, yeah, we in there, even though it's Liquid Soldier. So I'm going to summon the Liquid Soldier, activate Durando, go ahead and add the other Fire Flint Lady. I was just checking to see if maybe he had Ash. But special summon Fire Flint Lady, link those off into Isolde. Our boy hits the field. I'm gonna activate his effect and add the Solid Soldier to my hand. Activate his second effect. We gonna send that Living Fossil. He chains Ash, and of course we got the Crossout Designator, so I feel like I'm sitting good. We gonna chain the Crossout Designator, and he flips up Vanity's Emptiness. No! Yep, that's a good floodgate right there, and it's good enough to effectively put a stop to my turn. And you'll see right here, I just proceed to end phase. There's no benefit in me attacking over the Ignister monster, sending it to the graveyard and getting rid of his emptiness, because I know he has the Pikachu in hand, but he cannot special summon himself because Vanity's Emptiness works both ways, so I decide to go ahead and leave it on the board. But of course he has the Droplet. He droplets my Isolde, and that will effectively get rid of his own Vanity's Emptiness, and he can continue to combo off at this point. So normally, you know, I'd be like, okay, let's go ahead and just call it quits because he's about to bring out a big old, you know, Towers monster that, yeah, it's pretty big. But looking at my hand, I can make Access Code Talker if I can get Shadow Mist, you know, out onto the board. I need to get that mass change so that I can mass change my Solid Soldier. Once I'm able to do that, on board I would have Shadow Mist, DN, Liquid Soldier, and Fire Flint Lady, you know, 4 monsters, so that I could go into my Unicorn and then make Access Code Talker. So as long as he's not able to make the guy with 6k attack, I feel like I could still have a chance inside of the game. And here he is, just finishing, continuing, going on with his combo. You see the AI land drop down. He just keeps on going with this stuff, and he actually does something that I hadn't seen Agnister players do, because I didn't know that Dark Templar like had a effect that allows him to special summon stuff like after he destroys something. Or I didn't really see what the effect was, but I just noticed that he attacked to Isolde and then his effect activated. I don't know if it's a result of him destroying something by battle or if his effect is just a quick effect, but he summons both of those, and that's during the battle phase. He attacks with all of them. It's not enough to kill me. He continues doing some more link climbing. Like, I like one card combo decks. I really wish the heroes were a bit more solid one card combo type deck. So he gets all those out on board, and he makes the 4K attack monster. So I'm like, all right, if I can draw Shadow Mist or a way to get to Shadow Mist, I'm good. But we're not that lucky. We draw another solid soldier, unfortunately. So yeah, that's going to be the end of that one. He negates that effect right there, but it doesn't really matter too much. He pretty much has the game in hand right here. So I'm going to go Fire Flint Lady just because I can make Verte. I'm going to go ahead and make Verte, thinking that maybe if he doesn't have another monster or a way to get another monster out on the board, maybe I can survive another turn and I can destroy his AI land, or maybe he'll make a play mistake, you know, because especially on video games, you know, we misclick a lot on here, so you never know. In phase, I'm gonna go ahead and destroy Verte, destroy the AI land, but of course I'm not lucky enough for my opponent to make any mistakes. Go ahead and get draw hands effect here, the special summon. He's gonna activate the monsters effect, and I realized that he gets a token if he destroys it, so I go ahead and chain DPE effect to destroy himself, and that's still pretty much gonna be game from here as he proceeds to summon more. That Pikachu just keeps coming back. Yeah, he definitely chose him. And here goes more Ignister monsters, and you know, I tried to hang off in there hoping that I had a chance to attack over it, because I felt like maybe if I got to Access Code Talker, maybe I could have still had a chance to win this game. Who knows? But, you know, you still gotta try, especially when you're in a one game, one game format here. So, yeah. That will pretty much be that for this duel. You know, if you never played against Ignisters before, which you probably have on here, just don't forget the link one is kind of where you want to hand trap them, because if they can't get to the AI land, then they're pretty much shut down. Appreciate y'all for watching. Stay